Hello friends, I am Krishna Kanjani from LG Institute of Engineering and Technology. Welcome to the online lecture series on kinematics and theory of machine. In this session, we will learn about velocity and acceleration analysis. In previous session, we have learned that how we can use instantaneous center method to solve velocity analysis numericals. Okay, so we have also learned the method to solve the numericals of instantaneous center method. Okay, so now in this session we will solve one numerical. Okay, so let's start this session with numerical. So in this numerical we have been given a data like a pin joint in a pin jointed 4-bar mechanism. Okay, so over here they have mentioned the type of mechanism, that is 4-bar mechanism, having dimensions AB is equal to 300 mm, BC and CD, these two links having same dimension of 360, AD is equal to 600 mm, and the angle between B and D is equal to 60 degree. The crank AB is rotating uniformly at 100 rpm. Okay, so we have to locate all the instantaneous centers and find angular velocity of link BC. Okay, so first we will sort out data from this numerical. Okay, so we have been given length and rpm. Okay, so let's consider crank AB is rotating with 100 rpm. So over here we have been given that rpm or rotation of link AB is 100. So NAB is equal to 100 rpm. Now with the help of this rpm, we will first calculate the angular velocity of this link AB, because we have simple relation omega is equal to 2 pi n by 60. So by simply applying this relation, that is omega is equal to 2 pi n by 60. So over here 2 pi into n is equal to 100 by 60. So that will give us the angular velocity of link AB. Now linear velocity. So to get the linear velocity, we have a relation V is equal to R into omega. So over here we can say VAB is equal to RAB, or we can say length of AB. The length of AB is 300 mm. So over here we can say VB, or we can say VAB is equal to omega AB into length AB, and which is given as 300 mm. So if we will consider in meter, that is 0.3 meter. We have to convert this dimension in meter unit. Okay, so while calculating the velocity, so over here 0.3 meter into 10.47, that will give us the velocity of link B. Okay, so now after getting velocity of first your crank, or we can say for link AB, now we will sketch this mechanism. And to sketch this mechanism, we have to consider one scale. So over here if you consider that 1 mm of your drawing length is representing actual length of 10 mm. Okay, now why we are taking this scale? So over here if you consider, if you will sketch the line of AB 300 mm, 360 mm, 600 mm. So this 600 mm can be termed as a 60 centimeter line, and that is not possible to sketch in your A4 size or paper or in drawing sheet or in your drawing sheet. So over here we have to consider one scale. So that's why we are considering scale as drawing length of 1 mm will represent the actual length of 10 mm. Okay, so now by considering this scale, we will sketch one 4-bar mechanism. So to sketch this 4-bar mechanism, let's follow a few steps. Let's consider first one, your link BAD, your angle is given. So if you consider this link as your AD link. Okay, and AD link length is given as 600 mm. So from this 600 mm, if you will consider the scale, then you have to represent the length of 60 mm. Okay, so you have to sketch 60 mm line, which is, you can say, as a 6 centimeter line, and this 6 centimeter line will be given as a length of 600 mm actual. Okay, now be careful over here. While writing the dimensions of your drawing, you have to write the original dimension. But while you are sketching, you have to sketch by using this scale. So over here we have the drawing length of this line is 60 mm, but we have to represent as 600 mm, that is your actual length. Okay, now after sketching your line AB, you have to locate point B. So crank AB is 300 mm, that is 30 mm line. Now this 30 mm line should be at 60 degree angle, because over here BAD is given. So if you consider BAD, that is of 60 degree angle. So over here at 60 degree angle you have to locate your point number B, that is of 30 mm length. Then BC and CD both having length of 360 mm, or we can say 360 mm, or we can say in actual length it will be of 36 mm in drawing. Okay, so you have to now how you will sketch this BC and CD line, because angle is not given. So in that case you have to use your protractor, or you have to simply consider you have to use your rounder, and in your rounder you have to take scale of 36 mm. Okay, so in rounder you will take scale of 36 mm, and this 36 mm scale you will put first your pointer on point number B. So if you will point on point number B, then it will be making a curve like this of 36 mm. And similarly now you have to put your pointer on point D, so it will give us the curvature like this. So in this way this intersection with point will help us to locate the point C. So in this way we can sketch this 4-bar mechanism. Okay, this is very important. We have already learned this fundamental while solving with relative velocity method, but still I have revised once so that you can use while solving the numerical. So in this way, by using scale we can sketch this 4-bar mechanism in these dimensions. Okay, now after sketching this configuration diagram, now we will one by one locate our instantaneous centers. Okay, so now step 1, that we have to calculate the number of instantaneous centers, and for that we have relation capital N is equal to small n into n minus 1 by 2. Okay, this relation is also we have learned in our previous session. Okay, so this n is number of instantaneous center is equal to small n, that is number of link. Okay, so small n into n minus 1 by 2. Okay, so over here if you will put 4 as n, so you will get that we have to locate 6 instantaneous center for this 4-bar mechanism. Okay, now to locate this all the 6 instantaneous centers, first we have to identify that which are these 6. Okay, so we have to identify the numbers, that is I12, 13, or we can say IAB, BC, CD in that way. Okay, so we have to draw one table which is making list of instantaneous center. Okay, so make one first row, that is links, that is link number 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, and your second row will be your instantaneous centers. Okay, so now for link number 1 it will make combination with 2, that's why it is 1, 2, 1, 3 and 1 will be connected with 4, that's why 1, 4. Okay, now second method is to locate link number 2. So for link number 2 it will be making contact with 1, that is 2, 1 or 1, 2, both are same. Okay, so over here 2, 1 or 1, 2. Now second one 3. So for that 2 will pair up with 3, so that's why 2, 3 and 2 will pair up with 4, that's why 2, 4. Now similarly 3 will connected with 1 and 2, so that's why 1, 3 and 2, 3 is already mentioned, so now we have to mention only 3, 4. Okay, now 4 is also making pair with 1, 2, 3 and that we have already mentioned in our previous columns. Okay, so in this way we can identify that in this 4-bar mechanism we have to locate these 6 instantaneous centers. Okay, so now let's start a method of locating this instantaneous center. Okay, so now in that case first we have to consider that for this 4-bar mechanism first we will locate our fixed and permanent instantaneous center. Okay, so fixed and permanent, which are these fixed and permanent? So those instantaneous centers which will not change their position while moving rotation or while giving input motion to our mechanism. So these instantaneous centers are known as a fixed and permanent. So in this mechanism, if you consider the first rule of location, that while in case of a pin joint between two links, we have to locate their instantaneous center at their joint point over here, at the joint point of these two links, or we can say if you consider these two links over here, connection of this 1 and 2. Okay, so this pin joint is considered as your instantaneous center, because about this point the whole link is assumed to be rotating. Okay, so now over here, if you will locate for link number 1 and link number 2, so for link 1 and 2 we can say I12, that is your fixed point by simple inspection method. Similarly, we can locate for 1 4, that is I14. 2 and 3 will make a connection, that is I23, and 3 and 4 will make a joint, that is I3. Okay, so in this way we can locate these 4 instantaneous centers. Okay, now remaining 2 instantaneous center, that will be located by circle diagram with the help of Aron-Hall-Kennedy's theorem. Okay, so now we have to draw this circle diagram. Now how you will sketch this circle diagram? So first you have to sketch, in this mechanism we have 4 links, so we have to draw 4 lines, that is making a square shape. Okay, so now these corners will be defined as your different points, that is 1 2 3 and 4. So over here you can say 1 2 3 and 4 points. Okay, now you have to draw one circle around these 4 points. Now locate those points which you have already found out by inspection method. So over here you have find out 1 2 and 1 4. Okay, so 1 2 and 1 2 आपको मिल चुका है, तो ये पहला point. Now second one is 1 4, so that is your 1 4. Then second one is 2 3 and 3 4, 2 3 and 3 4. Okay, so by connecting these 4 lines you will get simply these 4 instantaneous center. Now the final point comes that we have to locate remaining 2 neither fixed not permanent instantaneous center. Okay, so now for the remaining 2, let's consider that we have to connect the 2 points. Let's consider for 2 and 4 point. Okay, now we have to locate these 2 4 point. So we have to connect these 2 4, and this connection will give us that if you want to connect this 2 4, then you have to stretch I23 and I34 instantaneous centers. Okay, so over here if you will observe 2 3, then it is over here, and your 3 4, that is over here. So you have to extend this 2 3 and 3 4 line in this way. Okay, now second way to connect this 2 and 4 is second triangle. Okay, so now now in this second triangle we have to simply join I12 and I14. Okay, so let's connect I12, that is your this bottom point, and 1 4 is second fixed point. Okay, so if you will extend this 1 2 and 1 4, so this intersection will give us the instantaneous center that we want to find out, that is I24. Okay, similarly the remaining one. Okay, so to locate the remaining one, that is I13. Okay, so now observe this diagram properly. So now in this case, to connect I1 and I3, okay, so to make this triangle we have to connect 2 ways. We have 2 options, either we will connect this bottom triangle or will the upper one. Okay, so for the first bottom one we can say I14 and I34. So let's connect I14 and 34. So in this diagram I14, that is at your bottom point. Okay, so over here I14 point, and then second one is your I34, that is your this point. Okay, so I14 and 34 will give us the extension like this. And similarly now you have to connect I12 and 23. So 1 2 and 2 3, so that is these 2 points 1 2 and 2 3, and this extension will give us the diagram like this, and this one is your I13. Okay, so in this way we can simply say that we can join these 2 triangles by we can join these 2 different points, and we can observe these patterns. Okay, so over here we have obtained this I14. Okay, so just a minute. Okay, so over here I24 and your I13. In this way you can locate these 2 neither fixed nor permanent instantaneous centers. Okay, now after sketching this diagram, now you have to simply calculate, that is asked in your numerical. So first in this numerical we have to locate all the instantaneous centers, and second method is to find the angular velocity of link BC. Okay, so for angular velocity of link BC, we can say that omega BC is equal to angular velocity. Now B is making contact with point C. Okay, so over here for omega BC we can say it is connected with C also as well as with link A also. Okay, so over here we can say VB, that velocity of point B, is equal to omega BC into I13 into B. If we consider it is connected with respect to this C point, then it is connecting this I13B distance. Okay, and this distance we can measure by our scale, and then we have to multiply with our scale. Okay, initially we have considered that drawing 1 mm will represent 10 mm of your actual scale. Okay, so over here by measurement we can say that if you measure I13B distance, then it is equal to 50 mm. Now 50 into your scale, that is of 10, so that will give us the 500 mm, or we can say in meter it will be 0.5 meter. Okay, so now we will put this value in our equation. So we have VB is equal to omega BC into I13B. Okay, VB, that is already given in your data, that is 3.14. Okay, you have length of I13, so you can simply calculate omega BC, that is equal to VB upon I13B. Okay, and over there by putting values of VB and I13B, you will get that angular velocity omega BC is equal to 6.282 radian per second. Okay, so in this way, simply by following the steps, we can solve numericals of instantaneous center method. Okay, thank you.